Well, hello and welcome back to War of Dots. Have another game for you guys here. Another free for all. Since definitely feel like those are the most interesting to comment on and rewatch and everything. So in this game, we're gonna see what happens. Seventh Reich is over here starting up in the northeast. An interesting position. Interesting. Definitely feel like it's a little bit better of a position to start in, because you actually have more people, or you could actually attack every team. But also, it's interesting because every team can attack you as well. Purple has the biggest land, and so in some aspects, that could be a little bit daunting and challenging because they have to move their troops a long ways to try to support each other and stuff. But yeah, red has options. He can attack blue, he can attack purple, or he can attack yellow. Red chooses to go right into attacking blue, trying to push towards this city. And let's see if it's working. So far, he's rotating pretty well, trying to rotate, lots of morale. And he's way up on the troop count on blue. He's really pushing him back, really rotating these back and forth well. Blue tries to come up and get a quick surround. Doesn't work. Red sees it and pushes troops down right away, even though some of his troops are kind of on their last leg in doing so. He brings more down to try to help support, gets a tank surrounded, and gets another one surrounded. And blue is really suffering. Red now is on top of the city. So red wants to really see if he can push hard and get this city of blue. Meanwhile, purple and orange are still doing nothing. They're just sitting here building up their troop count, staring at each other. But blue just lost his one northernmost city. And the thing is, blue does have his capital down here. His capital is kind of isolated. However, this little capital and this little island can support 6 troops on this island. One on the capital, and then 5 surrounding it. So it would be actually extremely hard to ever take in siege and take this island if blue were to really try to hold it well. Especially if he had only heavies on here, it would take like a long time. A long, long time. You'd have to do naval invasions, which aren't that great. And that's what, as you can see, red's jumping right into doing that, trying to get some naval invasions going just so he can get more people landed so that they can take this capital. At the same time, red is continuing to try to push over. Orange and purple are still continuing to stare at each other and do nothing. And this is why they're literally going to be losing the game. Red's the one being active. He's gaining cities. He's doing all he can to really try to try to win the game, I guess you could say. He's going to build more boats, red is. He's going to come land on this little docking area. And then eventually start his attack on this city, which will be interesting and fascinating. And he does start his attack. And at the same time, orange decides it's time for him to make his move and start his attack. And so he does, and now everyone's attacking this spot. And red does something not great, gets his tank surrounded here. It's no bueno, no bueno. And they're dying from attrition pretty quickly. He opens up another line really quickly, though. He's trying to get his tank planted on the city. Orange was able to capture the city. In the meantime, as you can see over here, continuing his push to the west, red was able to finally get this other city of blues. Blues now has lost the game. He's having troops die of attrition. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, he has too many. So this one's surrounded, dies of attrition. And purple, I think, probably has left the game as well. He hasn't moved in quite a while. His economy's just continued to tick up, and he's not reacting or doing anything. So at this point, it is over. So red has managed to conquer and control almost the whole northern hemisphere. Now he's going to start pushing down into these cities of purple if he can. He just has 1, 2, 3 more cities of purple to take. While he's trying to continue this little war, this little front on orange. Orange still has a decent sized army, but he's still, 70,000 troops down on red. So there really isn't any chance he has of doing well, coming back. Especially when he's contained just to this little island. He could try to be smart and make a break and push and try to get this capital of purple, another city. But so far he's not trying to do that. And because of that, he's kind of contained. He actually finally does make his push. He doesn't do it smart, and he gets all these units surrounded. So they're going to be hard pressed to take this city quick enough. And this unit dies before it can even help. He does barely manage to take the city, but at the cost of way too much. He lost 40,000 troops just to do that, when he should have kept his supply line up. Might have taken a little bit longer, but then he would have been able to get that city pretty quickly. But, oh well, it is what it is. Red's now, 7th Reich, is trying to push down in the far, far east. Trying to shuffle troops down out here so he can try to swoop down and in. Normally it never works because it's too bottlenecked here. You can only do 2 troops, and it's really easy to shuffle and keep them contained. So it's very interesting. Certain maps make certain dynamics of, like bridges and stuff. You can only shuffle 1 troop at a time. It's not much. So both these units attacking each other. As you can see, the tank is actually doing more damage than the light unit. So that's fascinating to watch, to see that. Now they're about even. It's getting close. They're slowly ticking down. They're both out of morale though, so that's a big difference there. Finally, Red is able to get a city. Now he's going to start pushing hard. Orange is continuing to battle it out, even though the likelihood of him coming back is very, very slim. As you can see, what Red did is he immediately pumped out as many troops as he could to get up to max, where he's only having, 1 or 2 tick up at a time. And now he's just letting all those heals. You can see his troop count tremendously growing. He's continuing to try to push in the far east, continuing to try to push across this bridge. Even though it's not going too well, because whatever unit comes across, they're being surrounded by 4 units and all dying very quickly. Red decides he's going to try to get this one last city of purples very quickly before he starts doing his push on this city, which, in hindsight, it looks like, obviously, you can't see it during the game because of the fog of war, but you can see he could have sniped this city very, very quickly. But he doesn't, and these units come over to start helping. And, that is that. But kudos to USA 250. He does want to fight to the bitter end. Red was finally able to capture that last city. Red's now, at 430,000 or 330,000 troop advantage. So quite a lot. And now he starts his assault. He's going to try to take this city quickly. The city still wasn't defended super well. Orange did move his units over, but he didn't move them over to protect the city. So Red's able to come down here and grab the city very quickly. If he can just move the units to get on it, which he's not really paying attention that much. So now he's going to just start his massive naval invasion and just be destroying these units. But kind of a longer game, but the writing was on the wall towards the end. So it was kind of just slowly watching the end creep up at this point. Nothing much more to comment or say. But he's just doing massive naval invasions from everywhere, just doing everything he can to get all of his troops that he just put out, get all of them and put them on the shore and put them on this front. Now that he's able to get most of his troops down here, he's able to push hard and get all of his troops to attack all of the troops of Orange is trying to do his last stand. He's doing a decent job. But now that he's gotten a way bigger troop lead, troop count also, lots of 2-on-1s can happen. I forget exactly when Orange throws in the towel here, but he's going to be throwing in the towel any minute now. And that's going to be that. He's able to almost snipe the city quickly. Now he's just doing a full assault, full send. Now remember, Orange does have a really good defensive position here because it's all surrounded by water. So you see a lot of Red's troops. They were losing a lot of troops because of the water there, but Orange decides to call it quit finally. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. Another free-for-all win.